Hey, welcome back. And let's welcome back to the show Super Wine Girl Angela Aiello back talking about hosting your own Spanish wine tasting with a great selection from female winemakers. Good to see you.
Yes, hi Bob. Nice to see you too on this cold snow day.
This is a great stay-at-home order. Stay home with wine.
Yes, exactly. Let's travel to Spain. And today I've put together these amazing wines that you can get at the LCBO. In fact, one's a special order through an agency called Noble Estates, which is the Paris Balta there, the sparkling that you have. And we're headed into 5 different regions of Spain. We have 6 wines. The very first one is a sparkling. We're headed to the DO of Cava. Now, Spain is such a special place. It's a world leader in organic viticulture, and there's over 1 million hectares of vineyards. So Spain has more land under vine than any other country in the world. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Can I have a little sippy sip?
Yes, of course. Have a sip of the cava there. So the word cava is Catalan for the word cellar,
Very nice.
and cava is made the same way as champagne. So if you're looking for a great affordable alternative, cava is wonderful. And this wine is made by a talented winemaker named Marta Casas, and her sister-in-law make wine in an organic and biodynamic way. It's very cool.
Oh, that's a great go-to.
Yeah. Now, our next wine on the list is we're going to entertain with an exotic white. Now, we're headed to Spain. They have all these amazing indigenous grapes. Now, we're going to Paco y Lola, the Albarina from Rioja, Baixas, in western part of Spain. This grape is called Albarino, and the wines are fresh. They're filled with citrus. They're kind of like a Pinot Grigio with a kick. And this wine is made from an industry leader, Nuria de la Torre Saya, and from this region is actually—
I just got the kick.
A celery of citrus, just a kick of citrus there. The acid is perfect. So great with seafood. And actually 50% of the winemakers from this region are female. So very awesome as we celebrate, and we start to celebrate International Women's Day.
Yes.
So now on to our reds. I know you are a red lover, so we have 3 wonderful reds here. And actually the one you have open is called the Petite Bonhomme. It's from Jumilla, and it's a Monastrell blend, actually made by a Canadian winemaker who moved to Spain to make wine. How cool is that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, wonderful wine, $16.95. It's sort of the grape is Monastrell, so it's nice and juicy and fruit forward, much like the Riojas that we're going to go into right now. So the other 2 reds we have are Rioja, which I think we all know that region. So if you want to do some exploring, Jumilla is a great region to bounce out and try.
This is really nice. It's got a really smooth texture to it.
Oh, it's smooth, it's juicy, it's very fragrant and aromatic. Wonderful reds from this region. Once again, that grape is Monastrell. And then as we head into Rioja, that grape is Tempranillo. So we're looking at some different grapes here. The land Crianza is a Rioja. And then the Campo Viejo is a Reserva. And the Campo Viejo is actually made by a lovely woman named Elena Adell, who strives to produce wines that help you live life more colorfully. And she also helped to create the winery and help design it, which is super cool. So the land Crianza is made by Maria Barua, and she makes wine in a very sustainable way, and all the work is done by hand for her and her team. So very cool wines here.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Next in line as we continue our trip.
Okay, so we're going with cava. We're starting off with a cheers. We go into white, we go into red. Now we're headed on to some sherry. And I know as sherry is sort of making a comeback, but maybe it's always been there by mixologists and cocktail lovers alike. But at the winemaking held here is Paola Medina, and she has earned top awards around the world for her iconic sherries. And what she loves to do is pair dry sherry with Mexican cuisine, which is such a fun pairing. I love that idea. And so this dry sherry reminds me a lot of, sherries are very interesting. They're very challenging to get to know. It is a very, diverse category because they can range from really sweet to really dry. And so you can have cream sherry. And this dry sherry reminds me more of sort of that Scotch-like feel. So if you like Scotch, this is sort of a way to get into the wine world in a different angle. And we're headed to the very south of Spain in the Sherry Triangle.
That's interesting because my mom's a big sherry fan and my dad likes Scotch. Maybe they'll both like dry sack.
Yeah, there we go. Find something for them to compromise on and enjoy.
Yeah, Brian Wood was actually mentioned. He's tried it and he's loved it as well. Great tips. We'll hook up your website and socials at chch.com. Thanks, Super Wine Girl.